My name's Clifton Wilson. I'm a Class A teaching professional at Golf Swing Prescription here in Laguna Hills, California. And today I'm going to talk about the importance of pre-shot routine. Some people use a system, which is kind of like a checklist they go through. Other players will strictly use just feel. So I'm going to go about how to use a pre-shot routine in the feel aspect, and that's the option I use. So first thing I'm going to talk about is alignment, and I'm going to show you my favorite way for alignment and what I think works best. And it works like this. So if I'm going down this line, the way I'm going to go about this is I'll start behind the ball. I'll come in at about a 45-degree angle, similar to a field goal kicker in football. As I'm doing this, I'm keeping my eyes on the target down the line. When I start to approach the ball, I'm going to place my right foot and my club kind of at the same time. What I'm doing here is I'm looking at my target while I'm open, and I still have my right foot in place here for as far as distance away from the ball. This technique is very similar to a baseball player when you see them in an open stance before they'll square up as the pitch arrives to home plate. So as I'm here in my open stance, I'm looking at the target, I'm getting my face started at where I want to start the ball. Once all this looks good, I'll next bring in my left foot, and that sets my alignment good. And then now I'm using feel. I'm not using where I'm aiming particularly at something, but I'm just using my eyes and my touch to get aligned here. So all in one motion it looks something like this. So I'll keep my eyes at the target, come in, right foot and club head, and then I'll bring in my left foot next. Now up on the monitor I'll show you what this looks like. So you'll see this is my favorite golfer, Bobby Jones, and you'll see him use the same method as he goes about alignment here. So when Bobby Jones goes into his next shot, you'll see he's looking down the target, places his right foot in the club, and then his left foot comes in next, and then he strikes his shot. He was a very quick player, pretty much basing everything on instincts and feel, not so much a system or a checklist. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is once I've got aligned, then I'm going to waggle the club. And what this looks like is this. So once I've set my alignment, what you'll notice with all good players is they'll have some kind of waggle. So here's my alignment. Now I'm starting to waggle the club as I'm still looking down line and just thinking about things that I'm trying to execute in my swing. I'm trying to commit to what I'm doing, and I'm going to let the club waggle just a few times to get comfortable here. You'll see that their feet never stop moving and that their hands never stop moving. For instance, I don't want to ever get to a point where I'm frozen over the ball where things stay still like this for too long. That's something you're trying to avoid. So when you look up here on the monitor, what you'll see with Ben Hogan as he's looking down line, again, Hogan's in an open stance similar to Jones. He's using a different method. But you'll see him, he'll place his right foot back to get back to square. So you see this again, he'll take his right foot, place that back to get the square. The next couple things you're going to see him do is waggle the golf club like I demonstrated. He'll look down the target line one more time to see where he's going. He didn't feel comfortable with that, so he'll go ahead and waggle again. You'll see his feet are constantly moving, his hands are constantly moving, he never stays still. Now everything feels comfortable, and he goes ahead with this golf shot. So these things are very important. So when I blend all of these together, you'll notice that I never stop moving from the moment I start my alignment process to the end of my golf swing. Things are in constant motion. I don't want to ever tense up or come to a standstill. So what I'm doing behind the ball here is I'm trying to commit to what I'm doing. Whether it's a horrible decision or the perfect decision, what's more important than that is my commitment to that decision. You have to be 100% committed to what you're doing in golf. If not, you can have the best golf swing ever and you'll never get anything out of it. So if I'm in between clubs or I don't know what to do, make a decision whether it's right or wrong and go with it and commit to it 100%. So here I'm going to hit a full pitching wedge and I'm going to commit to it whether it's right or wrong. So as I go about this, I'm going to go into my alignment, into my waggle, all in one process, and I'll never stop moving. Looks something like that. So I just wanted to cover those things as far as what happens before the pre-shot. Again, this is a pre-shot routine based on feel. There's no checklist I'm going through. And so it's commitment, alignment, and waggle. And what the waggle does is it helps break tension where you won't get froze over the ball. So try these things out next time you play, and I hope this helps. Thank you now.